All right, let's start this video out. This is going to be the Coyote swap build, 1967, using the 2012. You can see that Mustang 2 sitting in there. And going around here, that's a 2012 floor pan section, of course, from the firewall to where the rear seat goes there. So walking around the car, here's the 2012 sitting over here. It's still got to have everything pulled out of it. You know, almost the interior and wire harness has already been pulled out. Going around the front, motor, trans, everything's still in the car. The dash is all pulled out, and here you can kind of see just a little bit of an idea of, you know, the two cars side by side. The floor pan fits in there pretty well. Of course, it's got to be cut down. There's that one, and then that one, of course. Front end's a little bit different. But going on the inside of the car, you can see on the rocker sections, all that's been welded in as of right here in this video, but it's all had to be cut down to fit the 67. The width is a lot different. And, of course, here's the car that's going to be all tore down and prepared for the next one. And here we go to the 67. Looking good sitting there next to that 2012. Let's go ahead and show that Coyote. It's already pulled out, sitting in the floor and ready to be mocked up to fit into those new frame rails. And here's a shot of those frame rails before the aprons go on. That's the Mustang 2 front end with the coilovers. And here we have the Coyote. It's just sitting in there in the 2012. All right, now looking at the firewall, you'll see it's the original firewall, but of course it's had to be tunneled for the booster there on that one side. And the floor pan's all welded in on this video or this picture. And just kind of a side shot of the car. All right, here's the update on the car. Mustang 2 welded in and boxed. The firewall's been cut and modified to accommodate everything out of the 5.0 car. Right there you have the automatic transmission 5.0 out of it. And all the interior of this. Got another floor pan. It's in now and it's welded. Seam sealing anyway. And over here you see the carpet and all the wiring that's got to go in that other car. Here's another shot of that Coyote sitting in the floor, and we'll go ahead and show the shot of the firewall of the 2012. Of course, all the holes for the mounts for the airbox and the hydro boost. And here we have the aprons on the car and the hydro boost and the booster and everything already mounted in place. And here it is, just kind of sitting in there with everything all jammed out under the hood. And here it is, you know, try to keep dust off the engine. Doors are hung, looking pretty good on this side. Everything's fastened where it needs to be. Of course, there's another one sitting right next to it. And here's the old body. It's carried around back with the tractor and just sitting out of the way because needed more space in the shop, of course, for all those parts to be spread out and cut and shortened and modified how they needed to be done. Just a shot of the interior and glass. Some of the things that aren't going to be used on this original car. And, of course, here's the money shot. That Coyote sitting right there with it all jammed out in DuPont Pepper Gray. And, of course, you see another one right over there right next to it. But just a few shots, you know, some photos, kind of around about, getting all the wiring, coolant overflow tank, everything kind of buttoned up where it needed to be. And just kind of showing a little bit of a detailed view. Even though it's an original 67 car with that new floor pan, it's still got all the original wires, you know, all the sensors, even using the rear end being cut down. Everything's still there from the 2012. So basically, you know, custom gas tank, all that had to be modified, but everything is original to the 2012 car. So you've got basically a 67 with a 2012 underneath it. Now just a little bit of a close-up shot of that 4-link kit with that new model rear end. And of course, this is all the inner framing, dash and everything with gauges. You can see all the wiring. Everything that was to the original car is all mounted, cleaned up, and put exactly where it needs to be. Because, you know, everything's got to be a certain way, or one thing won't be right. Everything's got to be exactly where it needs to be. So as you see the rear end there, of course, you know, everything's aftermarket, but you still have speed sensors and everything that's got to be put in place. Walking around the front, it's just kind of a walk around showing, you know, the progress that's been done to the point that it is. And here we can do a little bit more of a walk around, show you. There's another car over there. That's going to be just a push rod 302 car. Still going to be an E car, but not a Coyote car like this one. So you can see a little bit more. It's got the blanket off the dash. You can see the framing. It's put in sealer, so it's almost ready to paint. Now walking up here, of course I did cover up the bumper. People are probably like, why'd you do that? Well, at the time, there was a lot of stuff going on with, you know, the original copyright, so I was trying to get all that out of the video if I could, just to prevent anything from being said. But of course all that's over with now. You can see the dash sitting in there. It mounts to the cowl panel, to the floor pan, everything like it should, just like it would have in the 2012. And here's the dash. Everything's been cut down the dash. The sides been made to fit. And here it is, the car. Of course, there I am covering up the front end again. And we're about to get a shot of that dash sitting in the car, but, you know, just some junk sitting in there for now. Glass is in, trim, all the trim's in. Pretty much ready. Hood's all in. Everything's sealed, ready to go. Pretty much getting ready to paint, basically. Bottom of the hood's already been jammed out. Front windshield, back glass is in, and dash, console's in on this one, and of course the power windows. Of course, everyone already knows the Coyote swap, but the interior, all the dash, center console is sitting in place, and that's all out of the 2012 Ford Mustang. Had to wait. The windshield rubber was on back order, and of course every time one come in, it wasn't the right one. So that was the main issue with why I couldn't get an update on that video for that glass being in and that dash. Now you can see it fits perfectly against that windshield. And then of course right there we're getting some fitment for the rear seat from the 2012 as well. But you can see exactly how nice that center console fits and how well that looks inside of a 67 Ford Mustang. And then down here we go to all the power window, getting everything made to fit this style door on both sides. And there's that side section cut down so that it fits perfect within the car. Starting to look like a car again. For everybody that's watching, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way anytime I do videos, you'll be the first to get them. And you can see cool builds just like this one right here, and some of the other builds we're working on. Another interior shot here, just a quick photo. Then we're going to get to the panel here. This is a custom panel, so that the side panels fit that new model seat. And here it is with that seat in there in the back of the car. I just stuck those wheels on there just for the, you know, why not? But the carpet's in the car. Everything's in there like it should be before the seats go in. And here it is with my little toy here I picked up. It's hard to find these, so I bought one just to have it hanging in the shop and decided it'd be cool for a little picture there beside the car. This is the custom built trunk. Of course, all this changed a little bit later with a custom sub box with fiberglass enclosure, but this was the original trunk setup with the little lock and key to access the little trap door in the back. Everything functional and able to shut the trunk, no issues with any rubbing. And the interior with those side panels in, the seats folded back, everything but the door panels and seats. And another little shot there, you can see the fuel cap sitting on there in place. And another shot of the back. It is in the paint process. Everything's taped up, getting some DuPont Pepper Gray and some stripes put on there. Go ahead and pull the tape off the windows and everything. You can see it. And there it is with everything unmasked other than the side glass. You get a shot of that Coyote under there. And then the side finishers. These are custom built. These aren't bought from a store. Now you can see all the stripes, see kind of the top. We'll go to another shot of the top and the rear. You can see sliding down it. In the back corner. The paint turned out real nice on this car. There you can see all the headlights are hooked up. And that's just the little running lights for the center. All the interiors going in, everything but the door panels in this shot here. And then just kind of a little walk around with the car with the emblems, the side stripes that's on the bottom, the GT500E, the door handles, mirrors, all the chrome trim around the side seals there. Pretty much all the interior, the way it looks, the side panels, the package tray, getting all the decals in place. Pretty much everything final fit, finish before the wheels go on. Those are the last things to go on. So this is going to be a pretty good little video, just a kind of a start to finish, you know, from starting it out with a 2012 and a 67 body, turning that coupe to fastback swap, and then we'll do with a final shot right here at the end, showing it sitting at a car show, all shined up. Here's just a few more little shots here around the side, hood open, the hood prop rod that's custom made, and then we'll go ahead to the shot of it sitting at a car show. And here it is. That's the finished product sitting there all completed. And that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and catch you on the next video.